Hello, DJ Bricks here, back for another video, and today I have a review on a 2019 seasonal Brickheadz. It is set number 40351. It is the Halloween Ghost. It is recommended for building ages 10 plus. It is 136 pieces. Retails for $9.99 USD. And has a price per piece of 7 cents. As always, let's take a closer look at the set. So here is the set all built up, and it does have the standard seasonal head design where the display stand has a couple of extra sides added on to emulate the season it's portraying. The ghost here is a little bit different because it uses the same as Slimer, where it has 2 clear bricks there to symbolize it floating. But we're going to take a closer look at this, starting with the main Brickheadz, and then we're going to look at the displays. So talking about the ghost here, it is built slightly differently from most Brickheadz, because most Brickheadz have this kind of basic underlying structure to them, which is why so many people are against them, because they think they're all the same. But this one actually changes it up a little bit, not only with the clear bottoms down here, but how the hands are positioned. They are built horizontally instead of just being stuck onto the sides of the build, just to give that floating effect there. I do like the pieces used here to create the tattered effect of the ghost flying. This is basically supposed to represent a stereotypical ghost you'd see in Halloween stuff, only the spooky kind, not the kid-friendly one. You do have some nice pieces here used towards the top to give that rounded effect look. Does use the clipped hands as always, in case you want to put accessories into the thing's hands. With the face, however, that has differences. They do use this nice 1x2 tile with a stud on top to create the mouth of the ghost, like it's going boo. And then the eye shaping is kind of similar to how they did the Venom, just turned around, and helps give the Brickheadz face, give it a little bit more shaping, other than just having the standard Brickheadz eye there. All in all, I do like this Brickheadz. I do think LEGO did a good job with it, and I heavily implore you to look at the instructions to see how it's built. And that does it for the brick. So we are now going to talk about the display stand. On this side, it uses 2 dark blue quarter round tiles for like dark, to kind of give the dark atmosphere. It also uses sand green at the bottom, which normally I would be against, because it's bright colors being visible when they shouldn't be, but the sand green here really helps create the spooky atmosphere, I feel, and helps give this kind of a dark, grimy, depressing look. On this side we do have a crooked tombstone. That's what this is supposed to be. The way it's built is kind of nice. It is angled just a slight bit, and it uses a lot of snot techniques to get that built. You do get a bat and a spider, the new spider mold that's relatively recent. You do get it in black, and then it's in a nice cheap set here. On this side, you weirdly get a gray barrel with a long bone in it, and that just sits there. And then you do get this pumpkin jack-o'-lantern piece, which was introduced in the Scooby-Doo line, but it has rarely appeared outside that line in 2015, and it just sits on a regular black minifigure head there. I would have liked to have seen like a yellow head or something to kind of give the illusion of it being lit up, but that does it for the stand. And then it just sits on there like that, and that does it for the main build. So looking at the box, it has a standard Brickheadz layout with the logo there, a nice product shot of the Brickheadz and the two display add-ons without the actual base. You got the set specs on the side here. You got the standard Brickheadz numbering down here showing that it is the ghost one, and it is number 83 in the line. You got standard packaging for Halloween. On this side you got ghost in another language, and little show of the ghost's removal from the display stand. On the back you have a full product shot of the actual product, along with a cross-sell of most of the seasonal Brickheadz we have gotten throughout the year here. And then on the top you have another language for ghost, and 83 again, along with one of the pieces of the set representing the actual size. And that does it. Right, so looking at the instructions for this set, there is a cover. It just basically has a product shot of the one from the box. You can have the sort out your pieces, so easy building. It does have 40 pages of said building. The parts inventory does take up 2 pages, and there is a cross-sell for the Thanksgiving Brickheadz, and as always there is the Win promo, which has a generic Lego minifigure on it this time. I will note that this crease you see here is because this was shoved into the instructions, at least my copy was. So that, alright, for extra pieces, as you can see, it's fairly small due to the small nature of this Brickheadz and simplicity of it. So we do get a 1x1 cheese slope in olive green, which is nice. We do get a 1x1 in dark gray, 1x1 tile in white, and then because they don't use normal Brickheadz eyes, we do get one each of the 2 pieces used to make the ghost eyes, which is nice extra skit for those pieces because they're relatively new. But so going over the final verdict for this set, we will be utilizing my rating system for the Brickheadz. If you don't know my rating system, I will have an info card pop up right about now. So going over it, we will start with the build. It's a little different for the standard Brickheadz style. It's just tweaked a bit, but it's still the same general design. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to build. It does get a tad repetitive with all the frills down here, as well as the interior build process of the Brickheadz, which is also standard for the line. The display stand really doesn't have any issues, but I do appreciate how the crooked grave here was built. It is really nice. So all in all, the build does get a 2. Next we are going to talk about character representation. With the seasonal Brickheadz, I do take into account the landscape display as part of keeping with character representation. So the ghost does look like what you would expect a cartoonishly simple spooky ghost to look like stereotypically, so that nails that, as well as the extra bits around the display stand. It does give me the feeling of Halloween and all its spookiness, so it does get a full 5. Next we are going to go over quality. The only issue I really had, as stated in the instructions section of the review, my instructions were just randomly just shoved towards the top of the box and were creased, and I don't really appreciate that. So the quality gets a 0.5 out of 1. And then lastly, we are going to talk about the price of the set. It is worth full price to me. Price per piece is slightly off in terms of Brickheadz because of all the excess stuff included with the display stand, which is par for the course with seasonal Brickheadz. Not that price per piece is always matters anyway, but if you are dead set on collecting all these and you really want this for your Halloween display, I do encourage you to buy it. So price is going to get a full 1 point out of, so that gives the Halloween ghost here a 9 out of 10. Again, I highly encourage you to buy this set full price or at all if you really enjoy the Brickheadz line and like collecting them, or you like collecting all the Halloween stuff and whatnot. But that does it for this video. So I will see you in the next video. I will continue building and editing more videos and bringing more content soon. So I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.